You know, when they say heavyweight champion of the world, when they say a world champion, I want to exercise every bit of world champion. You know, the Olympics preparing me for going to different countries, battled in different territories. You know, I like to be uncomfortable in situations. You know, I like to have a challenge. You know, so I'm willing to go anywhere in the world to fight. You know, going to different countries, that don't bother me. You know, I'm not fear of going to a country I don't know what the hell they saying, whether they telling me the truth or not. You know, or whether they trying to lead me up to eat this or eat that. I'm not scared about that. You know, I'll go anywhere in the world and fight. You know, I'm confident in my style and my ability or what I'm capable of doing. I feel like I feel like this is my calling. This is what I was meant to do. I'm looking to unify the division. And that's my main goal, my mission. Whoever steps in that ring is gonna get punished. I guarantee you that. You know, anything I said in this sport that I promised, I done went through with. You know, I fulfilled my promises. And I promise you guys that I will unify the division, be the first American. Since 1999, I think it was Lennox Lewis. So I want to make history on that, and I'm gonna bring him back no matter who has it.
You mentioned Klitschko Fury. What was your impression of the fight when you saw it?
Oh, you talking about the most boring heavyweight fight in history? That one? Yeah, you know.
You never saw John Ruiz fight.
But I think that fight was what I consider as 107 Dancing with the Stars. You know, that's one of those series of Dancing with the Stars. You know, when you get a champion that's been ruling the division for a decade, and in one of the rounds he only throws 2 punches, you know, it's gonna be a bad night. You know, but like I've been saying, I think Klitschko was fighting 2 people. Not only was he fighting Fury, but he was fighting an old man called Father Time as well too. And I think Father Time is definitely knocking at his door. There was time in that fight where his mind wanted to throw punches, but his body wasn't reacting. And in this sport, people don't understand. It's a brutal sport. You know, you put so much wear and tear on your body, especially in camp. Camp is the worst. That's the hard part. You know, coming into fights, that should be the easier part about boxing. But you know, all these years you put so much wear and tear, and he's getting older. So as you get older, your body don't react to the things that it does when you're younger. You don't recover faster and different things like that. And I think Father Time is at his door.
Do you think Klitschko should retire then if you can't perform at that level?
I mean, you know, he feel as a fighter, we always gonna feel we got one more fight in us. We have seen many fighters that, you know, felt like they should retire, but then they come back on top. So, you know, maybe we should see him. He say he's exercising his rematch clause, which I feel he'll lose that one too. But we you know, only the future can tell. You know, I may see try one more time. Maybe he was just an off night. Sometimes you get off night. Sometimes, but I think after he exercises the clause and see what his performance is, and if it's the same, I think he should retire before he makes up his legacy.
What do you want to win? Which would be better for you in your career? Because I assume at some point fight the winner and get it up. Better to fight a Fury, two younger guys, or fight a more, you know, established, you know, world icon, if you will, Klitschko.
I mean, for me, it's like an either or, but the choice is like fight the younger guy. I mean, anywhere I go, I'm gonna get criticized. Whoever I fight. Just say if I would have beat Klitschko. Let's put me in the place of fear. If I would have beat Klitschko, people would have criticized, oh, he was out, he was past his prime, he was too old. Now you got a younger guy to beat him. If I beat Fury, then what? He's a younger guy. He's a younger guy. What would be said? But he didn't really have skill anyway. Klitschko was, you know, they were still blaming. So either way, I think the best thing would be Fury. You know, you got one. He's from England. I feel England has the best fans in the world. You know, they support their people. They come to fights from the start to the end. You know, I love how they gravitate to fighters. I love how they gravitate to boxing. Period. So, you know, if it was between the two, I would love Fury. You know, but I can go. Yeah, most definitely. I would love Klitschko as well. Just put him on the resume. You know, because he made comments that he would love to fight me for the WBC belt, because that's a belt that he never had before. And I would love to put him on my resume as well too. So either or for me, you know, either or. I'm the type of champion that I stay ready. I expressed that many times throughout my career that I stay ready. That's one of the significant and special things about me. I stay ready. So it's not a point in time where I have to get ready. And I feel that as a responsibility of a champ, you must stay ready because everybody want what you have. And I feel once I unify the division, they want the sanctioned body won't have to sit and wonder what we gonna get our sanction fee from, because I'm a champion. I love to fight. I love to stay active. You know, after a fight, I'm 2 months ready. I broke my hand. I was 2 months in. I don't need 3, 5, 6 months to prepare for no one. For what? You know, I feel the longest that a guy give me time to prepare, that's gonna be worse on them because I'm ready. I'm always in shape, so they won't have to worry about getting the sanction fee because I'm gonna be frank. Once I get finished with a fight, if I don't have nothing broken and I'm not bruised up too bad, hey, let's get another negotiation in. Let's get it. Let's get this money and build my legacy.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see an active heavyweight champion like Deontay's been. But to the point he just made, here's a champion of the world, and he's always ready. And when you're out there right now, there's an opportunity to fight the champion of the world for, to get the most prestigious title in all of boxing, and you're calling around to people that you know have been in training, have had fights scheduled, and you're hearing, well, I'm in shape, but I'm not mentally prepared to fight for the heavyweight title in 6 or 7 weeks, and some of the things we've been hearing the last few days, it's sort of remarkable. So when this man says, I'm always ready, he means it, and he's champion of the world.
Deontay, heart of hearts, with the scarcity of heavyweights around today, and we were dealing with just one guy, Klitschko, do you think that, in your assessment, that Tyson Fury just exposed a Klitschko that really didn't exist, that his opponents were just worse than he was? Because I saw that fight. I thought it was a WWF match. Fury was just more like an octopus than anything else, but he still was able to bluff and intimidate and make a gunshot.
Right. Well, in my honest opinion, I just feel this go back from the start of Klitschko's career. Emmanuel Stewart saved Klitschko's career. From switching up his whole style of fighting. And I feel once Emmanuel passed away, he got out of that teaching of keeping distance, keeping arm blocking and stuff like that, because of course he was the type of fighter that couldn't really take a punch. We've seen that, and getting out of that teaching caused him to fight smaller opponents. And what big fighters love, we love a shorter opponent, because he started to convert into keeping distance, which he still do well, but he started converting from that to clinching and holding, and what that does is wear down the legs and wear down the opponent. Even when they're missing, when you miss, that takes more energy than you landing a punch. So he got so used to that. So when you fight a taller fighter, that can, if you hit and miss, you can be punished in the same sentence. It makes it different. So I think that played a lot of part in it, that he took that he was able to clinch and hold. That took away. That was actually took more energy away from him than he had in the fight. And I think it played a lot of part, because I still feel that he has stamina problems as well too. So and another decision, he went wrong with having a 24-inch ring against a non-puncher. Tyson Fury is not a puncher. My 1-year-old son hit harder than him. He's not a puncher. And why would you make a decision to have a big ring, a boxer, what we call a boxer ring, to run around? Because that's a point comes to, he's scared to get hit, because he know that he don't know how doable that his chin is to take a punch. Then having double padding. How long they been having double padding in the ring? What double pads do, that makes you tired in the ring as well too. So when you have a stiff ring, you're more mobile. You're able to move, and they took away the double padding, which that was good on Fury them behalf, because they noticed that. But we want, all these things, like even the smaller opponents, previous opponents, how long they been doing the double padding thing? So it's a lot of questions to be answered, but again, I still think Father Time is at his door as well too. And any man stepping in that ring, they're gonna go. I don't care who it is.
You may be in Russia.
It don't matter. I've been in Russia before. I've been in front of a stadium full of Russians in the Olympics, where when you come out there, the only thing is full of drunk Russians. That's nothing to me. I didn't get through that, because at the end of the day, all those people, they can't fight for this guy that's been getting
When will
fight.
that fight be? You're fighting January.
Well, actually, my thing is, since we own Alexander Povetkin, this fight is supposed to be, he's supposed to be, we wanted him for this one. My thing is, you fought Mike Perez in 1 round. Why you not ready? Why the hell you take another fight to fight Morris Watt to prepare for me? Me and him, 2 different styles. Only thing about it, we got height. Okay, other than that, 2 different styles. Slower guy, don't hit hard, he's doable, got a nice chin, of course. But, you're supposed to be ready. After that fight, it's all about Deontay Wilder. There shouldn't be nothing else. So now when this fight come about, they go to the council, we need more time, we're not ready. So how you need six months to prepare for me? For what? You don't need that much. If y'all confident in what y'all say, y'all talking about, y'all got all this money, we gonna bring it, this and this, bring it to a location, that ain't gonna do nothing for him. I don't care about going to Russia. It's the only thing, it's going to be cold, sure enough. I hate the cold, but that's about it. That ain't going to stop him. That ain't going to save him for getting his ass whooping. I'm going to get to him. My goal is to unify the division and bring it back into America, and that's what I'm going to do. That's my mission, and that's my goal, and that's what I'm going to do. No matter what man get in, I don't care how many months, they can have a year to train for me. That ain't going to do them nothing. No justice, and I promise you that. And anybody against that, I like to prove them wrong. You're going to have critics, you're going to have people that disagree, you're going to have people talk about opponents. That's part of it, that's part of life. That's part of boxing, that's part of anything that any man being successful. You're going to have critics. What they say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. And that's how it is.
On that note, how many times do you want to fight in 2016?
As much time as possible. That's why I want to unify the division. So once I be the undisputed champion, I have mentors left and right. Like I said, if I don't break nothing and I ain't injured, hey, let's get another contract in the lineup. Let's go. Where we gotta go. I want to make history. I want to be known for that guy that fought crazy times. Like back in the day, I think the last, when this fight happens, January the 16th, Lennox Lewis was the last one to fight consecutive times, be so active like that. And I want to pass that, If I can get 6 times a year, let's do it. I'm young, man. I'm 30 years young, man. And, I started this sport very late in boxing. I don't take too much punishment in the ring. Let's get it on. I'm sick and tired of fighters saying that what we have done, my team has done, Deontay Wilder's not afraid of no man. Only man I fear is God. I'm a God-fearing man. Other than that, I don't fear a man. I'm in love with this sport. I love to get in the ring. I love to get in front of a crowd full of fans, whether they're against me or with me. I love to travel. I'm in love with this. And when you're in love with it, you don't want to stop doing it.
Very next question. David Haye was asked over here.
Thoughts on David Haye?
My thoughts on David Haye, I think he's good for the heavyweight division. But we're going to see if, I think he's very injury prone, with these bigger guys, man. But he got a fight coming up, and we're going to see how he does. I think he still got a little bit left in him. We'll see. But once you have an injury, tear some braces, it's never the same. When I broke my hand twice, it's never the same. I'm always icing it. I'm always exercising it and keeping it, trying to strengthen it. So we'll see how it goes. If we can surpass his opponent, who we got, and do it in great fashion, like the David Haye we once saw before with the speed, power, then maybe we're talking about something.